of Houston's biggest Astros fans can't believe their luck, their bad luck, that is.
Okay, just when you think you've seen or heard every World Series stories out there, there's this one. It is the two fans who missed everything. And we mean everything. Mike and Ann Vance are proud to be anchored in Houston. Still, when it comes to the Astros winning the World Series, they completely missed the boat. Thanks to a boat like this. So tell me about the trip. Tell me about the trip.
The trip sounded like a really good idea in April when we booked it.
Now, before we pass blame on which one thought late October would be the perfect time for a European vacation.
So we saw nothing. I saw no pitch.
Not one pitch.
Not one pitch.
Let's start by saying how much baseball
I grew up in the Astrodome.
means
Had season tickets for 24 years.
to Mike.
I've written books about baseball in Houston, the first professional Houston baseball team.
Obviously, he's not your average fan. So when Mike and Ann left for Spain and Portugal with the ALCS tied at 2 games apiece. Sounds like the trip of a lifetime in many ways.
It was great, and yet you will be amazed how little they care about American baseball.
From that point on, they'll tell you the baseball gods
You couldn't even get Wi-Fi on the ship. We couldn't
don't carry much weight around the Mediterranean.
Finally, the one thing I've waited my whole life to see, not one pitch.
So did he enjoy the trip?
Completely.
Really?
Absolutely.
Even with all this
Absolutely.
going on?
Well, in the mornings it was kind of rough because I'd look at the phone and be like, 18 texts.
Those texts from Mike's daughter.
Oh my God, Altuve!
Some more intelligible than others, now mementos, as much as any of these great photographs from their trip.
Yeah, it was a great trip.
And weeks later, what has Mike learned from all this? Who booked the trip? Is it your fault? It's your fault. What were you thinking?
He wasn't.
Again, it was April.
Don't book a trip for late October. Second,
I thought of the family thing, and if I had to miss it, to be able to learn about it every morning from my daughter's text.
baseball connects us with our kids, whether we're at home or in a different hemisphere. And finally, when winning a World Series, there's always a parade. Were you able to go to the parade?
We got back the next day.
These two promise next time they'll be on board the entire way. Do you have a message for the team heading into next year?
Please do this again. I saw none of it.
Oh, they literally missed everything.
Yeah, we can't feel too bad though because
Yeah.
they did have a gorgeous trip to Spain and Portugal. So
yeah, looking at their pictures, but you know they're predicted to win it again next year. So hey, they might get their wish.
we shall see. But they